breaking update is a list of this stuff.
Are you guys are going hot?
All right. Good afternoon and welcome to the final episode of this formatted version of Indian Time. I'm Muskogee Nation News editor Sterling Cosper, and joining me is Native News Today producer Jared Moore.
How are you?
Hello everybody. Yeah, the big announcement today, kind of due to a low number of views for this segment, we've decided to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, generally the idea for Indian Time was going to be, we were going to try to run a live stream show at a specific time every day and see how many viewers we got, and if it was a good amount, like an average video amount, then we would continue the segment. But we've had kind of low view turnouts, and last week we kind of ran an experiment. So Darren, if you'll switch me over to the laptop. So what we see here is the list of our videos. So you can see we have a table video up, and then we have an Indian Time video up, and then there's this Indian Time that has 173 views. So last week what we did was we had some actually interesting news breaking about the proposed legislation to repeal TARO. So we decided what we're going to do is we're going to put that on our regular Indian Time stream, and then we would also make a post on the MuskogeeMedia.com to see how those two venues, if the views would go up. So we knew if the views went up, then the live stream, we weren't getting the views to the material that we needed to get. And part of that is because, when citizens watch a program or they see Indian Time, they don't have any idea what's going to be on the program. So when we created the post on Muskogee Media, we titled it, I think it was Legislation to repeal TARO proposed.
Rather than just Indian Time.
Exactly.
Yep.
And so that post
tells you right away why you should click on it.
Right.
Yep.
That post ended up getting 173 views as of now. And if we go down this list, you can see that previous Indian Times, even though they've been up for a long time, have only about 22 views, 30 views. I think the highest we had was around 60 views for the Indian Time segments.
And this is kind of just ideally to make sure the important stuff we're covering doesn't slip through the cracks. We kind of understand that a lot of the folks that this is going to reach are actually working here at the tribe and probably working right now.
Yeah.
YouTube is blocked for a lot of folks.
Well, my understanding is that they can see the YouTube videos, but they can't see the streamed content.
Right.
So.
And you got to think even our citizens who are 9-to-5 professionals are probably missing it most times too.
Yeah. Well, and on the citizen side or the viewer side, so none of that's going to change for any of the viewers. When you go to MuskogeeMedia.com and you click Indian Time, the little bug that we have, the cube on there, you will see the most recent episode of Indian Time. And whether that and that episode will have some relevant content in it. And there also will be a post on MuskogeeMedia.com that's kind of like a news post telling generally what's going to be on that episode of Indian Time. So the major change for us is just going to be we're not going to do a live stream of Indian Time unless we have some news to break, and then also
posted after the fact with the headline.
Yeah, exactly. And also that might be at any time. It's not necessarily going to happen at 3:30. So if we get something that needs to go out in the morning, for example, we're going to go through it, make sure our P's and Q's are right, and then we're going to stream it, and then we'll make a post like right there.
And what I'll try to do too is give you guys a bit of a preview on social media saying, hey, stay tuned here in about 15 minutes. We've got about this much detail. We're hashing out the rest, and we'll announce it when we go live.
Severe weather things, we're going to do streams for those. Major events or things that we can do live streaming for. Really, all of these things, Indian Time is really now going to be more geared towards information that we get before we can formulate a full story on it, or just like preview information that comes in, and we want to get something out to the citizens as quickly as we can. We're going to come right in here, we're going to stream it and make a post for it.
And it's more efficient for us because, I mean, it got to the point, folks, where there's always big stuff happening at the tribe, but some days we were like, what are we going to do today? And it seemed a little... I don't know, tedious to keep going through that when we could use our time a little more wisely and actually broaden our reach at the same time.
Well, the theory, too, on the Indian time at 3:30 happening no matter what was we were going to hopefully get people into the live stream, viewing the live stream. And then we would use that to point people towards the stories that were posted that day. But the experiment that we ran last week shows that citizens want to see the posts more. So they're not really tuning in to the live stream. They may watch it after it's over, like the video after it's over, but they're not, we're only getting like maybe, I think even on the day that we did the grand opening of the website, we had like 9 or 10 people in the actual stream.
And to point out too, actually all of these episodes have been archived. Like our page links to the YouTube page. The problem is folks don't know what they're missing, why they should even go back and look at them. So we're looking to try and change that up.
Yeah. So we're going to start making posts to kind of direct people towards the news. Nothing that's going to run in Indian time is going to be filler or anything like that. And from an audience perspective, it should be a seamless change. The only thing that's not going to happen between one or the other is that we're not going to stream at a prescribed time anymore, so people won't be able to come into the chat room and make comments. You can still go to the YouTube video and make comments, and we will get all of those comments. So the commenting isn't getting taken away, but there will be a slight difference in it because, the chat room on the YouTube live stream is kind of like an open forum where, in theory, multiple citizens could get into the chat room. Yeah, they could talk to each other that way, but it wasn't happening, and it's been a few weeks now, so we're just doing a little change up.
Yeah, and it'll work just the way it does when you guys interact with us on social media, whether it be inbox, comment section. I mean, you guys post a question, concern on YouTube, we'll look at it and see about addressing whatever gets posted there. But for right now, this will be the last of such segments, but I imagine that we're going to still be using this format quite a bit as we are still a year within an administration change. Seems like there's been a lot of new stuff coming out week to week.
Yeah, we have questions out to the election board about the material that was provided with Chief's quarterly report. We've got an upcoming interview, hopefully, with Alvin Bucktrott and Greg Anderson.
We still got cabinet confirmation still to be done.
Yeah, all of that,
all kinds of stuff.
When we get any information on that will come through Indian time. If there's anything that happens before the interview. And then we're also... That
tarot bill that we announced that you talked about still hasn't been discussed in committee. In fact, they rescheduled that.
Yeah, the committee meeting is rescheduled for tomorrow at 2. Is that right?
I think so.
It's tomorrow sometime. So they reschedule from today for tomorrow. We'll see what happens there. Yep. We're also going to do a live stream through Festival. So the idea with that stream is going to be that while Festival is happening, there will be areas out at the Claude Cox Omniplex and wherever else we can get the venues to put up a TV or something connected to a computer to catch the stream, or citizens can catch that stream on their phone if they have a good data plan. And the idea with that stream is we're going to tell people the events that are going on right now, like live as they're happening, and where those events are located and how they can get involved. We're also going to have, hopefully, hourly drawings or contests related to our promotional material so people could win a t-shirt, etc., etc. We're going to try to get the entertainment to come into the studio and do interviews before they go on stage, etc., etc. So it'll be kind of like an informational/entertainment stream that'll happen all during the festival time. So every day that the festival's going on, part of our duties every year is that the paper staff and the video staff go out and collect the information about who won certain events, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. So we decided we were going to also have it so that we'll announce those winners on the live stream, and then all the other things kind of fell into place. So that's still going to happen, and none of the functionality of the stream is going away. We're just going to not do a live stream every day at 3:30. So that's the big difference.
Yeah, that's about it. And you guys at Festival get us coming in live, hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
In the mix with you folks, seeing and kind of reporting what we're finding out and about.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that. I'm sure we'll be seeing you guys within a week or two. So thanks for those that have been loyal viewers to the original segment. And this is Sterling and Jared signing off for now.
See ya.